Flosstube. Welcome back. I'm Teresa. I'm the Garden Goose Stitcher. This is my Flosstube number 9. It's January 10th. I even know the date. Did I say my name right? Because you know I have incorrectly said my name before. Welcome back to my Flosstube. Thanks for coming to hang out. I wanted to say hi. I've had a bunch of new friends stop through and leave comments and subscribe, and I want to say thank you and hello. And I think a lot of them were sent over by Chrissy from Finally a Farm Girl. She mentioned me in her Flosstube this week, and she said the most wonderful things. I was completely embarrassed, even though nobody was looking at me. I was like, it's hard for some people to hear nice things about themselves. I'm sure you follow her because everybody does. But she was mentioning that she grew up, or they used to live nearby here, and so it was funny to hear her talk about Clarkston, where she grew up. Her husband used to work at Pine Knob, which, if you don't know anything about Michigan history, there's been a great debate. Actually, it's not a debate. There's this hill. It used to be a landfill. Now we all go there to watch concerts. It's a great hill, and you used to be able to get lawn seats really cheap. And her husband used to work there. Maybe 20 years. It was a while ago. They tried to change the name to DTE, which stands for Detroit Energy. I don't know. I pay DTE for my electricity, but now I don't really know what the T stands for. Seems like it would just be DE, Detroit Energy. I don't know. God, I've never really thought about that. Anyway, they tried to get us all to call them that, and nobody would. Nobody would. Everybody knew it was Pine Knob. This year, they returned the name. They came out with like these commemorative, like, throwback t-shirts and everything. Anyway, so it was fun to hear her talk about Clarkston and growing up down there. And my husband grew up in Clarkston in Lake Orion. And then he moved up in 9th grade, right before I met him, a couple years before I met him. So whenever we're down in that neck of the woods, my husband drives us because he knows where he is and I don't. I'm always like, where are we? Every time I go down there, it seems to look different to me. I need to pay attention. So anywho, what I was going to say was, thanks for mentioning me and saying kind things and sending people this way. I'm really humbled and grateful. And thanks for coming over for my chat. If you're new, appreciate you. I think we should talk about my stitching. Is there something else I was going to tell you? I don't know. I've recorded this more than once, and I want to tell you. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a natural cursor, so there's been some work. So I have some whips, and I have some other stuff to talk about. So get excited. Look what's back. Prairie Schooler, January, my schooler during school. Last week we came back with full momentum back to school. That doesn't necessarily equate to a lot of stitching time. But we are listening to Uncle Tom's Cabin, and so I did get some stitches into this, and I love it so much. I love it so much. I finally got the floss for the face and the floss for the other green. You can see I'm working on that tree. I filled in the green. What is the word? Also, thank you so much for understanding when I couldn't think of the name Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. My husband, you should have seen the look he gave me. When I was like, honey, what was that show with the dragons? He's like, what's wrong with you? The greenery. I got that greenery filled in, you guys. And I got their faces filled in. I stitched the rest of the house, the windows. Started to work my way up here. There's like a snowman box and then some more words. I just love stitching on Prairie Schoolers. Why? They're just so wonderful. So, we've been whipping on that. Just kidding. my Wordplay Wednesday, I forgot that it was Wednesday, which you may notice a reoccurring theme. I often don't know when it's Wednesday. But this is my February wordplay. I got quite a bit done. Now, most of this is from last Wordplay Wednesday, year number 1. I think I only did Cupid and Sweet, the beginning of Sweetheart. I don't know. I did change some of the colors I had even listed from last year. I'm following a lot of the thread conversion from Susie Stitches, or Stitching with Susie. She's on Instagram. I posted a link in a description box a couple of Flosstubes ago, but I'll do it again because you should go check her out. She stitches amazing things. So I've been watching hers, but now I'm getting more confident in stitching brighter and like, so now I don't think that she often shares the actual colors. I think she uses a lot of fancy floss, and I'm stitching these with pretty much just DMC. So my next whip is on my WIPCO. And guess what? It's my second WIPCO project. Guess why I'm not showing you my first one? I'll tell you during finishes. So this is my May Cottage from the I'll Be Home series with Twin Peaks Primitive. Pam from Just Keep Stitching did this a couple of years ago. I think that's 2021. For her birthday. She does a birthday sal. I think Kia B stitched it with her. I wonder if Kia B finished hers. No, I don't remember. But this is May. And that's exactly why. You know why? Last time I was talking about how in this series I have I have July, August, September was finished last year in WIPCO, and I have October done. And I thought that was totally baffling why I would have every other series that I'm stitching, I don't have July or June or August. And that series I do. It's because Pam's birthday is like June 25th or something. So we started, so I participated, and I started off with good gusto, but then it fell off track. I stitched all this. I had these, you know, around. Stitch this. It sure is pretty. You know, I'm stitching this with 3865. It calls for 3866, and I didn't have that. I don't have that. So I used 3865 instead. And then right along it goes white, like actual DMC white. So I don't know if it'll matter. I don't think it will. So that's my WIPCO. I've gotten 2 days of stitching in on it, and I do love stitching on that. So my goal is 5 days or a finish, and I think I'm going to push through to try to really finish that, even if it goes beyond, you know, last year it would have been 10 days in it or a finish, but this year I'm trying to not require so much of my WIPCO time, because then maybe I won't create as much WIPs with other things that I want to do, like all of my series that I need to finish. So 2 out of 5. I'm going to take that with me to Stitch Away this weekend, and I'm hoping I'll stitch on it a bit. I also worked on this Santa a little bit, like, I'm not getting like 10 stitches. I worked on the jack-o'-lantern from this silo barn thing I'm stitching. I did finish the silo, the gingham silo. I have all this fill-in to do. I'm going to take this with me to Stitch Away, and look at all that fill-in I got. I should probably take an extra skein of that color. I think it's going to take a lot. I think so. So I'll fill that in. Hopefully finish. I haven't worked on the turkey. The Santa and the jack-o'-lantern I have hopes for. The turkey, I don't know. I haven't even picked the colors for the turkey. I'm not stitching it like Lori did with, these are Lori Holt patterns, by the way. Did I mention that? I'm sorry. You know I'm the worst. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is Lori Holt. So, what was I saying? So, I have hopes, at least, to get a couple of them done this weekend, maybe. And the fill-in. I should probably pack a skein of that. I'll probably end up taking all of my floss. Not my, like, backstock. Although, but switching over to finishes, I did finish that schoolhouse. I've been taking this. This has been my ABC cross stitch. I've been stitching on it at PT in the waiting room. And so I also was thinking about it today, or yesterday he had PT, Nate had PT. Also, oh, a little update for you. He went to ortho last Friday. We were expecting to be completely cleared. She did clear him and she doesn't want to see him back. She took an x-ray, said that his collarbone is connected now. Just, it's healing really well. She expected there to be like a larger bone, what do they call it? Scab. A bone scab. She thought it should be like a big, huge knot. So she asked when his next game was. We told, Dave took him. So this is all via my husband. So, so she said, you can go back to practices. Full blast. You don't have to worry about like falling or anything, but wait for the contact for another 2 weeks. So I think he has a game on the 27th of January. That's his next game. And then otherwise he can go back to practice, which is great. I'm grateful for. So we're done doing PT. I think it helped him a lot, but we're done. So I've been stitching in the waiting room. They have a nice playlist at that office. So, but I did get that little schoolhouse done. I was thinking while I was stitching at physical therapy that I sure do wish that I had been a cross stitcher when Nate was in homeschool karate long ago. Like I think 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, maybe even 4th grade. He took homeschool karate. It was a Filipino brand of martial arts. I don't know, guys. Basically, at this dojo, this sensei, what's his name? The teacher. He realized that he had an empty dojo all day long until after school. So he put it out there on the homeschool group and said, does anybody want to do a homeschool karate class? And he had to make 2 classes because he was full. And so it was like a huge discount compared to what the after school people were. But his dojo was filled every day with homeschool kids. So I sat there 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. He ended up being a blue belt. It was a lot of years, you guys. Could have been stitching. Maybe I wouldn't be so behind. I don't know what. I think I used to read a lot. People watch. I don't know. So, anywho. I sure do wish I had spent those hours of karate with some cross stitch. I could have got a lot done. Anyway, speaking of finishes, look at this. I did put the collars on those reindeer. So this thing is done. I ended up, I have a hard time with these. I ended up putting like a running stitch just around it so I would know where. Somebody said to do that on their Flosstube, and I thought, that's exactly what I need for those word plays, because for some reason, every time I look at my January, it looks cockeyed a little bit. My last finish. The Rooster and the Hens by Little House Needleworks. Love it. I stitched on this for 2 days, and my goal was to finish, and I finished it. So, I think it's so pretty. I believe this is 28 count Lugana, and I think it might be called Lagoon, or I don't know, you guys. Something like that. So those are my finishes. I have a little bit of haul. I just want to let you know that this was pre-budget talking last week. I've had the most fun and enjoyment chatting with budgeting or Dave Ramsey or whatever. The people who've done Dave Ramsey and the budgeting knew exactly what I was talking about. They came out of the woodwork just like I'd hoped. And so it's been really great. I love budgeters. It's like, I don't know. But before I decided, also the 15th is coming up, you guys. You better believe I got stuff going on. Also, the retreat annex is not part of my budgeting agreement for spending, no spend days. That's a different thing. I have a budget. I'm going to spend what I want. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. We budget so we can. Some of my favorite budgeting mottos. Budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. When I read that, I thought, oh my God. Anyway, so I bought these. These are for Fruit of Plenty. I didn't work on it this past week. I don't think. But I needed like 13 skeins of each, so I ordered them from Joann's on the 1st, and they just got here yesterday. I need a lot, so. I also ordered some like discounted Happy Planner stuff. I also want to tell you, I know, I'm like whiplash. I got those covers for it's the disc bound system. They're actually by Better Notes. You want to see my, one down. So I ordered these guys last week and they came. They're by Better Note. I ordered 2. And so I have a transformer planner. So when it's like this is my quilty and cross stitchy stuff. And then if I go here and I turn it, hold on. Normally you let gravity do this, but I don't want to drop it. Hold on. Yeesh. So then it's like this. So you just have to turn it and then you have more than one planner. So this is just normal planner stuff. This is all from Katie at the, oh, look at, I have been filling this out. Yo, this came with, whatever planner I got from the Naptime Stitcher on Etsy. You should go check her out. I'll put a link in the description box. And I did not even like really give this sheet any kind of attention when I was printing it out or putting it in there, but I love it. Oh yeah, I stitched on 2 things in one day. I love this shirt. I've only stitched on Fruit of Plenty 2 days, okay? So, anywho, I love, but those Better Note covers, they were worth it. The quality is great. So if you see them and you're like, I don't know, Teresa says they're good. Okay, so I got those. I also got my floss fix today. Now don't forget, this is the classic Colorworks that switches to alphabetical. And I was watching Fat Quarter Shop's Flosstube the other day. I don't know, I've been really behind, okay? So then, but I watched it the other day and she said she's got a lot of complaints about it. And I was like, well, good for them. But the rest of us can enjoy it. I'm really excited about this. So it came with 12 grain, almost auburn, amber waves, amethyst, antique lace, and apple fritter. I think the only 2 I have are 12 grain and apple fritter. I don't think I have the others. So look at that purple amethyst. I'm excited. So alphabetical. So I think that she said that some people are getting out of the club. So if you want to get an alphabetical collection like me, you should probably go get that. So that was my haul. I also had Happy Mail because I won a prize during the 2 Needles Pulling Thread live that they had a couple weeks ago. The one that I made it to because they had to reschedule. So they sent me, I won a bundle of patterns. So I'm going to cruise through it really fast. But look at, they also sent this little gingerbread man. Is he cute? Did you make this, Kathy? Did you make this? I know she takes like buttons and stuff and she'll cut off the back and then put the magnets on it to make a needle minder. Look at bonus tree samplers. Are those poppies? Those are poppies, aren't they? Seeds of kindness. Let me go through really fast. Nate was really excited when he saw this. He's like, excuse me, can I see that real fast? I said, yeah, Isn't that cute? Prairie Schooler. A couple of my big toe designs, like that, and they're little. Where's the other one? Here it is. I love both of these. Like, a lot. This one is hilarious. And I want to know if Kathy or Missy stitched this. Because did you see that there's a French knot for that cat's bottom? is hilarious. This one's really cool too. I like this one. The Trilogy. I think I have one other pattern by the Trilogy, which is creative. It's like a I was gonna say gang activity. Hold on. I told you I did this before and there was cussing. It's Bent Creek Twisted Thread and Heart and Hand joining together in creativity to create this pattern. Not a stitching gang. And then there's this. I got bees. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. So I was really excited. I've literally never won anything, and I never win anything. A lot of times, I think people think I'm just kind of like boring because I don't enter like raffles or anything, because I never win anything. It's a miracle. It's because it was trivia. Okay, so tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm driving to Ohio. I'm going to do some school with Nate. And then I have an oil change at 3 o'clock. I might get my tires rotated. And then I'm driving straight to Ohio to go to camp. No, it's not a camp, you guys. It's at a lodge. That's why I keep wanting to say that. It's Stitch Away, hosted by Keepsakes. And all my friends are going to be there from Stitch Etc. The Stitch Etc. retreat I went to in July. So I'm really excited because I get to see them. I know that Lisa, the Texas girls, they're on their way. I know that they were having to stop on their way. Should check in with them. We'll probably do that right after this. But in July at the Stitch Etc. retreat with the housewives, somebody had bought sweater weather. And so I had said, oh, that's cute. When we get together in the winter, we should stitch that as a sale. Nobody's doing it with me, but I did get this up. I ended up with navy, and then I changed the blue. I think that the blue is supposed to be 931 or 930, one of the two. And I was worried about it showing in this navy, so I changed it to really tealy. So I kitted that up to take with me. And I think my friend Karen might be doing it too. I'm not sure. But I do know the Texas girls are not. They said that they were rebels. I was like, okay. I don't have a cover page. But the winter pattern for that series that Salt Pepper Stitching is doing, her name is Emily Call. She put out winter, and I bought that. That was before. Whatever day she put it out. I don't think it was maybe it was last Tuesday before I declared my budgeting no spend policy. But so I don't have the pattern, but look at this. Look at this, you guys. Isn't it pretty? So there's like some really beautiful blues and greens. Isn't it nice? And I'm using the same fabric I used 16 count or 18 count. 16. I use the same fabric for Be Merry. So look at this. I can get 4 out of this fabric, right? So, because I know she has a Valentine and I know she has a St. Patrick's Day, and both of those are on my list. So I'm gonna have to buy the Valentine's Day one on Sunday, because Valentine's Day is on the 14th of February. And I'm only allowed to buy stuff on the 15th of the month. So I better do it in January. Good thing I Flosstube and talk things out with you guys. Thanks for listening, friends. I also kitted up this, the Snowy Strings by Lizzie Kate. And I'm actually using, I think this is a Fortnite fabric. Don't quote me. But I found this in my stash because I'm stitching my stash. And I thought that would be really cute to put that on. I'll have to change some of the colors, but it'll be fine. I don't think I have the floss pulled out for that yet. I'm taking most of my floss with me. Even if I just keep it in my room, you know, it'll be fine. Because I'm driving my car. So, those are my plans. I'm really excited to go to this retreat. I've heard it's amazing. And there's some people there I get to meet that I haven't met in real life before. And people that I haven't seen in a while, so I'm really, really excited. Anyway, I'm kind of nervous, but I have a room to myself because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a terrible roommate. I sleepwalk. I didn't sleepwalk, but Megan was terrified that I was sleepwalking because I got up to go to the bathroom. And then also, I snore apparently. One time I snored, the other time I didn't. So either way, I'm just gonna get a room by myself, so I don't have to ruin anybody else's trip. And I don't want to worry about it because probably anxiety makes my sleepwalking really flare up. If we're ever at a retreat, remind me to tell you how I started sleepwalking. It's incredible. I've been to therapy, you guys. It's fine. So I think that's it. I have my plans, my finishes, my haul, my first, like one of my first ever, well, I have had others, stitchy kind, or happy mail. Don't even know the word for it. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and checking in and hanging out with me for a bit. I'm excited for my stitching. I hope you're going to get to stitch this weekend. What is your next retreat that you're going to? I have 4 scheduled for the year. 4. I really want to go to Stitch New England, and I think they might have an opening or 2. But it's a hard sell over here because I'm going to 4. So I don't know. I gotta pack, you guys. I gotta go. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. I'll probably have all sorts of random crap to tell you. Oh, anyway, happy stitching. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all of your comments. Did I already tell you? I love chatting with you in the comments. I'm behind on comments right now, but I'm behind on everything in my life, so don't take it personally. I will get to them. But I've been cleaning out my freezer. I've been hydrating chicken feet. I mean, like, I've been getting caught up on stuff. I'll get caught up on the comments too, I promise. But I love reading your comments and getting to know you guys. And I really, really appreciate all of your kind comments and your kind words. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. Like, sometimes I don't even know what to say. But just like, thank you for being so wonderful. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye, friends.